Salam. My name is Mustafa. I am the host of the channel. This is my channel, Sabr Path. I am a game developer. I do game development on the side. I've worked in the game industry. I have taught game and graphic design related courses for a year at the college level. Man, my head's okay. Oh, whatever. Anyways, um, I have a game on Steam that I developed and published. I was started working on another one, but life bills got in the way. I had to put that aside for a moment. Sorry, excuse me. Um, that's. I guess I should do more of an intro than that. Yeah. So I've worked at worked at Treyarch during the development of Black Ops 4 doing administrative work. I've done QA professionally for a software development company doing a cycling game. So it wasn't really a game studio. It was more of a fitness software. That's basically that. On this channel, I talk about problems in the game industry, my opinion. I try to view it from the take of game developer, or include analysis from my understanding and experiences from within the inside of the game industry. I'm not claiming to be some sort of a veteran of AAA games, but just from my observations, I just want to add my take on that stuff. Why is this not showing? Okay, there it is. Yeah, click on that. There we go. All right, perfect. Okay. So, hey, Sarvanan. How's it going? Glad you made it. Glad you made it to the stream. I was just started up doing my intro, and just gonna I guess so for those of you new to the channel, if if you're new, you want to get to the main topic, and you're watching this recorded, you're not watching this live, I do add timestamps, so you can go ahead and skip ahead, go to the main topic. If you're watching this live, have at it. Just engage in the chat. I'll reply back to the chat. Super chats are always welcome. You don't need to do super chat though. I'd appreciate if you like the video and engage in the chat, because engaging in the chat makes it more fun and also helps with the algorithm. So, I'm just gonna keep checking the chat, just like Servanan over here. Longtime supporter of the channel. Appreciate you being part of the audience. And speaking of which, as far as the channel, I do have another video that has been recorded. I recorded a couple of days ago. I haven't gotten much of it edited yet. I haven't finished editing it yet. It's like 30 minutes of editing, and for every minute of editing on Premiere, it takes like 2 or 3 minutes, because I have to like listen to it and then delete if I don't like it, and then go back, listen again. So it's gonna take a few hours to get it done. And so the new video will be about crunch culture in the game industry, talking about like Naughty Dog. One of their former senior game designers said that crunch is essential for the quality. And so just talking about my experience with crunch from 3 different experiences: AAA, software, and indie. The plan is to get it done editing today so I can upload it, and then release the video tomorrow. Hopefully I get that done by tomorrow, because tomorrow I have work. I have work like the whole day. I'm scheduled at my warehouse job. Speaking of work, quick updates. I don't know if anyone even cares. Let me know, Seven. Do you guys even care about my work updates? Let me know. But yes, Capcom is eating well. Like yeah, well, they had the Resident Evil recently selling really well, and Pragmata uh, doing really well. So good on them on making games that people want to play. I'm used to sacrificing sleep for making characters in good quality. Yeah. I mean, like I haven't really slept well in so long, but I mean, I'm going to talk about in the video, but when I was working on Nexus Defenders, I had like a week or so in which I pulled all nighters, and that messed up my vision. Like physically messed up my vision. I thought I was gonna need glasses. It's healed up at this point, but for months I I had messed up vision because I was not sleeping well enough and staring at the computer. But anyways, yeah. So job update. I mean, I did have it wasn't an interview. It was just talking to um a recruiter last week at a job fair, and she was telling me that I might be a good fit for their graphics design management position. That she was going to forward my information to her colleague, and I sent her a follow up email yesterday. I haven't heard back from her yet, so I haven't checked my email today, but hey, AG. Cheers, hoping it's not Coca-Cola what you're sipping. No, this is not Coca-Cola. There's no bubbles. This is iced coffee. I like iced coffee better than hot coffee. So I got like a iced coffee brewer, which is basically just a pitcher that has a filter. You put all the coffee grinds in the filter, and you fill it up with water, and you leave it in overnight, like at least 12 hours. You pull the filter out, and so it takes out all the coffee grinds, and boom, iced coffee. Brother, wait, I just received notification. Man, you always giving speech before we get here. Well, I'm basically trying to waste time. I didn't really get to the main topic yet. I just try to waste time so that you guys can get in here. So I'm not talking about anything important. Just talking about the video that I have that I'm editing for tomorrow. I the goal is to have it out tomorrow. Talking about what else? The last thing I was talking about was job updates. Uh, um, Talking to a recruiter last week. I guess I'll share my experience with that real quick. Just waste a little bit more time before people get in here and I start the main topic. But so I'm at this job fair, and so it's basically a room that's within the first floor of a hotel, and this room's not too big. It's not a small room, but it's not like a ballroom. It's not a giant room. It's maybe like the size of. Well, I mean, you can't really tell what this size is. Maybe 8 times this room size, maybe a little bit more. That 10 times this room size. I don't know. Anyways, but it's not a really big room, and there's tables along the outside edge of the room, and each table has a different um, like company and different employer, and there's lines for each one. People want to talk to a recruiter at the table, and all of them were flops. None of them. There was only one that seemed like it was a good fit for me. All the others were like jobs that I'm either not interested in or can't do. Like, I mean, at this point, I'm 40 years old and I have a bad back, and I can't do like an entry level construction worker job. Like that's not for me. I mean, I get my back strained when I do my warehouse job. So if I do construction, that's even going to be even worse. But point being, like, not all the jobs are good fit. So I see one that seems like it might be a good fit. Like I see the board behind them. And it says like quality assurance, software engineer, stuff like that. And I get in line for this this recruiter. This is the one that has the graphics design management position that I mentioned a little bit earlier. And so the line is going super slow because there's two recruiters at this table, and each one is basically conducting like a mini interview. Asking the person what's their background, what's their experience. Hey, I got this position that might be a good fit for you. Just a short conversation. So, that takes what, like 3 to 5 minutes each person, maybe even longer. So the line's moving very slow, and 20 minutes into the standing in line, um, the woman in front of me, her friend comes, gives her a hug. Oh, this and that. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm not paying attention. I was just like, "Are you kidding me?" And they're just having a chat back and forth, right in front of me. We're still in line, and like 5 minutes late, like I'm just guessing here. I'm just guessing, like maybe 5 minutes later, we're stepping forward a little bit, and the friend is still there, and she's not really talking to her friend, to the initial woman. So I'll call the initial woman green dress, and the friend is a gray jacket. All right, so green dress, she was the one that was initially in front of me, and they're not talking anymore. So I speak up to gray jacket, and keep in mind, it is a small room that's very full, tens of people, maybe close to 100 people in this room. So it's very loud. And so I'm speaking clearly. I'm not yelling at her. I'm not I'm not making any crazy facial expressions. I'm like, "Excuse me, ma'am. Are you trying to position yourself in front of me?" And she's like, "Oh, she was saving a spot for me, this and that." I'm like, "No, you can't do that." The line's really long at that point, and we're going really slow. I was like, "I've been here for 20 minutes, and you just came in front of me, and the line's really long. This is not the grocery store. This is a recruitment line. We're here to be professionals and to talk to a recruiter." And then the story changed, that she's just talking to her friend. And then green dress starts yelling at me, getting all sassy with me. Like her eyes are bulging out. She's yelling at me. And oh, she's here talking to me, this and that. And I'm like, the question was, are you trying to position yourself in line in front of me? So answer the question, are you getting a line or talking? And then they keep on going, no, 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 no. They're just yelling at me. Long story short, like they eventually said that she's just talking. Just to summarize that interaction. That they're just talking, and and gray jacket. She's like, "You need to calm down," and I'm like, "I need to calm down? Yeah, tone it down." Okay, all right. I didn't say anything to her after that because she clearly wanted, one, to make herself into a victim, and two, to have the last word. We make our way to the front. This is like another, I don't know how long. So by the time I get to the recruiter, it's like, so I got in like 10:10, around 10 a.m. And by the time I get to the recruiter, it's like 10:50. So, the line was like 40 minutes long. Um, Anyways, so green shirt starts talking to the recruiter, and then like gray jacket, she's like behind her, then she positions herself beside green dress, And then, green dress, she's talking, she gives her resume, she's, whatever. And then um gray jacket does the same. She gives her resume and name and everything. I'm like, huh. I turn, look at the lady behind me. She's Asian and a little older. So stereotypically, older Asian ladies, they're very strict when it comes to rules. They don't like seeing people break the rules. Um, and I look at her. I'm like, she told me she was just talking, and she clearly looked unhappy about it, and she's like, yeah, I heard everything. So we make our way to I make my way to the recruiter. I give my resume, introduce myself, and I was like, just real quick, the woman with the gray jacket that you spoke to before me, she was like, right before you. I was like, yeah, and I explained the situation, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't see her cut in line, this and that. I was like, yeah, I don't expect that, because like you're talking to you're talking to people. I didn't expect it. I'm just letting you know that this is what happened. This is the interaction that happened. I explained to her, and I pointed at the Asian lady behind me. I'm like, she saw it, and she's like, yeah. And then she was like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. And then she took the gray jacket's resume, and she wrote multiple sentences on the back of her resume. So I'm assuming that she basically wrote notes about what happened. And it's like, okay, I feel like that's justice served, because she cut in line. This is supposed to be a professional professional environment. She's trying to we're all trying to get jobs. And if you're going to cheat and lie to try to get a job, then you don't deserve the job. So I'm assuming she wrote something down like something to the lines of like she shouldn't get the job. But yeah, it's like she lied to me. She cut in line, and then then she expects to like stay in line, try to make me the bad guy. But anyway, I just want to share that story. Let me catch up with the chat, see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Hey, Mr. 10 Years. I think I responded to you, but I didn't say hi, Mr. 10 Years. Salam alaikum, Mr. 10 Years. Um, let's see. I'm fine, trying to keep working on my tabletop RPG system. Oh, nice, nice. You're working on tabletop RPG. Hoping you'll get a position in indie landscape. Still doing your independent work. So yeah, I have I've compiled a list of developers in the area, not only game developers but also software development. And the plan is to contact each one of them. So yeah, hopefully I get something going on soon. I'm probably gonna start doing deliveries next week, like Instacart or something like that. But yeah, money's rough. Money's rough. But I appreciate your support. Uh, let's see. Woman, coffee, LOL, kidding. I'd take that back. It's Karen. All right. Okay, so let's get started. So let's get started with the main topic. So let's see, 19 minutes in. Wow, I should get going. 19 minutes in. All right, 19. Let me put down 19:30 because I have a lot of stuff to do, so I shouldn't take too long. But I think that was enough. That was enough buffer time to get to the main topic. Let's save that. So this is a video by Shoe0nHead. I'm pretty sure most of you, if not all of you, are familiar with Shoe0nHead. Let's get studio mode on. Let's get her on screen. So Shoe0nHead, she is like a YouTuber, political commentator, or cultural commentator, cultural and political commentator. Where is it seen? Nope, that one. All right. Let's yeah. All right. Let's go to switch transition. All right. Let's make that go smaller. So there goes Shoe0nHead. I mean, big YouTuber, 2.5 million subscribers. Talk about whatever. Lots of topics, but this one looks like it's not only pop culture, but or culture, but it is. Why not Uber? Because my car is not new enough. For Uber, you need to have a newer, nicer car because people judge what the car looks like. Also, it really wears off. It does a lot of wear on the car to do Uber. I don't know, maybe, well, I mean, deliveries will do wear on the car too, but yeah, it's just anyways, back to the main topic. Yeah, so this one looks like she's talking about Pragmata, and let's get in on this. If she is too loud or if she's not loud enough, please chat, let me know if she's not loud enough, and I will adjust the volume. Oh, there we are, starting with her, and let me know if I need to adjust the volume for her, but I'm pretty sure she'll talk about, she'll set up introduction for the topic, but let's get in on this and let's go.
Your eggs are drying up. If you're a woman online, you have probably heard that many times. Perhaps this image haunts you at night. It is a true fact that women's fertility begins to decline at age 30, and they suddenly wake up and get what we call baby fever. But what about the men? Do their sperms rot? Do their balls shrivel up into little raisins and die? Do they?
Yeah, there's one thing I forgot to mention is that, well, first of all, let me make this faster because she's going a little slow. Let's do this twice as fast because this will take a long time because it's a 30-minute video. But she has some foul language, so I do not support or endorse any foul language. Let's make this 1.75 speed, and let's get through this.
Wake up one day and get baby fever? Do men have a biological clock in the same way women do? I've briefly joked about this in videos before. In fact, a clip of mine from a video I did a few months ago actually went viral recently thanks to the V.
I mean, men do like lose testosterone, and as they lose testosterone, they have less likeliness of having babies, but they're still able to have babies.
Smugglona.
Ah, yes, the male biological clock. It's not physical, but spiritual.
Men will deny this, but they absolutely have a biological clock. It may not hit in your teens or your 20s, but one day you're going to have a dream. You have a little daughter making pancakes with your wife in the morning, and you're not going to be able to get it out of your head. And the comments were full of men discussing their dreams to start a family. There is not much discussion about men's desire to have children. Like many things, it's not really something they talk about publicly. That was until a certain video game came out.
Just, what are you?
I am DI-03367, a state-of-the-art pragmata created here at the Cradle. I possess basic life saving.
How about we call you Diana?
Diana?
Pragmata is a sci-fi action game.
So one thing real quick. I have not played Pragmata. I have heard a lot of people say that this is Dad Simulator, but the thing is, this is definitely not the first game in which I've heard people call this Dad Simulator. Like close to 10 years ago, we had Walking Dead and The Last of Us come out. Basically, I think it was the same year. Like both Walking Dead and The Last of Us, and both of those were called Dad Simulator. And then God of War, the one with Atreus, like that was called Dad Simulator. So this is not the first game in which people call Dad Simulator. Pragmata is a good game. I'll have to check it out. I mean, I haven't played many games lately, so it's going to have to go on my list of to play eventually, like alongside what's it called, Claire Obscure Expedition 33,
where you play as astronaut Hugh Williams, who was sent to investigate.
Oh yeah, BioShock. That's a good. Thanks for calling that out, Sarvanan.
An abandoned moon base. He meets a childlike android named Diana, and they team up to survive and escape the space station. Along the way, they uncover what went wrong and defeat the bad guys, all while forming a strong emotional bond.
I'm counting on you, kiddo.
But it seems to have awakened something deep within gamers, especially male gamers. The urge to get married and have kids. I'm not planning on getting married and having kids, but damn, this game is like fatherhood calling to me. Is this how women feel about their biological clocks? This game makes me want a daughter. What is this feeling inside me? It can't be. It's like, I want to protect. It's like, I want to be a dad. They won me over. The white baby makes me feel paternal.
The thing about, just real quick, thing about fatherhood is that, well, how do I put this? So, a man's role, masculinity is, so let's rewind to the very beginning. Masculinity is are traits. Masculinity are traits that are associated with males and male gender roles, and those have to do with like leadership, physical strength, protecting, providing, stoicism. Like these are all like related to masculinity because those are what help men achieve their goals with male gender roles. And so when a man is like protecting that who is weaker than him, that is part of his role. Like this is the role of a man. And when we have like thousands of men who are just sitting at home doing nothing and not even having a family, not building a legacy, not getting married and having kids, then of course once they experience that virtually, they're like, yeah, I'm missing this in my real life. I'm married and have 3 kids at the moment. When you get married and have kids, like when you get married, you completely change. Your responsibilities completely change, and especially when you're trying to fulfill your role as a husband, like you're basically leveling up. Like the best way to put, or like a gamer way to put it, is like when you're playing a game like a Metroidvania. You see all these areas you can't get into, but then once you get the certain item from being a boss, like the item that lets you double jump, you can go back to the area you were at earlier, double jump to get to that entrance that you couldn't get in earlier. Or like if it's Metroid, you have the rocket, you unlock the rocket, and then you can use the rocket to open the door. That's what marriage is like. Now you're able to explore a new level of responsibility you weren't able to do before. And then the same thing happens again once you start having kids. You get into a new level of responsibility and you level up again. Like you can't get to these level of responsibility on your own as a single man. Like I hear so many young men say that they're not ready to get married or they're not ready to have kids because they want to improve themselves first. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's fine to improve yourself, but you're never gonna get to that point. You aren't capable of getting to the same level of responsibility if you don't have the people in your life that rely on you. It's just not the same. Let's get back. Let's see. It's woke free. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Yeah, it's a blank normal video game. Oh, okay. I get it. I get what you're saying. Looks like it's. Oh, those are. I don't know why that showed up. Like I see like dots next to, or in between A and normal, but that's because it was the hamburger menu. My bad. So it's a normal video game. All right, let's get back to this.
I will burn anyone and anything that tries to harm her. This game is dragging out the innate dad instinct. I want to like Pragmata, but I can't, knowing that men are also enjoying it. This is a game for incels. Babe, wake up. It's time for your yearly gamer culture war slap. It's 2014 forever, man. We are never going to escape Mr. Gamergate's wild ride. In this video, we are going to discuss the facts and theories behind the so-called male biological clock. After we discuss the drama surrounding the game Pragmata and how a bunch of men expressing a simple, wholesome desire, the desire to start a family, has turned into yet another culture war. Yet another gender war. The gender war. Men versus women, women versus men. The male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, dealing with dating apps, hookup culture. Do men like curvy or thin women?
Gender war is only it is the outcome of feminism. I don't know. I on one hand, I want to like try to avoid using some of these words that's gonna flag the video, but at the same time, it's like I'm watching her, and I really don't. with me watching her, I know she's gonna say all these words anyways.
Do women like dad bods or fit men? Do they like beards or clean shaven? Oh yeah. That reminds me. Before we get deeper into this video, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Hasan Shaving. For the last few decades, razors haven't been designed to work better. They've been designed to be marketed better. More features, more gimmicks, more blades. Just add one more blade, bro. One more blade, I promise, bro. One more blade.
There we
You,
go.
the viewer, for not skipping the ad.
Yeah, I
Right?
skipped it.
Now, let's get back to the video. Throughout history, there have been countless stories centered around a very specific dynamic. The adult protector and a child. You see it everywhere. In video games, they call it a dad simulator. The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, God of War, Detroit Become Human, BioShock, Life is Strange.
Well, yeah. Look. We listed off a lot of those games. Never played Life is Strange 2 though. Man, I forgot about Detroit.
Also movies like Logan, True Grit, In a Way, Monsters Inc., shows like The Mandalorian, literature has done it forever with The Road, Les Miserables, and many, many others. It shows up time and time again because it taps into something deeply human. The instinct to protect, to guide, to teach, to nurture something more vulnerable than yourself. It is a beautiful
Like fatherhood is is basically the most masculine thing a man can do. That's why. Like John Eldridge. What's John Eldridge's quote? He says something along the lines of every boy has a desire to like save a beauty, slay a dragon, and live in an adventure. Something along those lines. And it's like, yeah, like every man needs like a woman to like have to protect and build a family with, to have some sort of the slay the dragon would be like purpose or meaning, and the adventure is like just having a fulfilling life.
and powerful story that has been told for centuries. And you're like really weird and an incel for enjoying it, actually. Incel game. If you buy this game, I'm gonna assume you are a pedophile. I feel like it's a breach of ethics at this point to design child characters for an audience.
I did see a lot of people, like this on Twitter, people were saying something along the lines of she was suggestive, I guess, due to the fact that her face is anime style rather than realistic, but or maybe also like a combination of that and her having long hair, but I don't know. It's very silly.
Of majority male gamers. Like, let's stop with the defenseless girl the big strong man has to protect. This reeks of sexism and control. I hate these father simulator games. They always give me the creeps. This is low genuinely fascist propaganda and gives me pedo vibes. Wouldn't it be cool if I sneezed right now? Fascist propaganda. If this is
God, wow. Well, the thing I was about to say is with like all those people, all those comments you just showed on the screen, like those the same archetype of a person will also complain and say, "Where are all the good men at?" Like once a woman gets like attacked on the street, where's all the good men? Okay, you scared them all off. Like you prevented the men from developing a backbone to become a good man because of like you demanding that they become neutered.
fascist propaganda. Slap me and call me Adolf. Zoomer women really look at a wholesome game involving a child and immediately wait. What the f is low genuinely? After hearing about toxic masculinity for the past like 15 years now, finally a topic comes up where it's overwhelmingly positive masculinity. And what is the response? I think the funniest thing about the Pragmata controversy is that those incels genuinely think they could ever get near enough to a woman to impregnate one. It's not nuanced. Pragmata is blatant pedophilia catered to male gooner gamers. Why are people thinking this is sexual or makes you a pedophile? Because men are notorious for being peds and disgusting humans. They sexualize everything. You are not very smart. A lot of loser males who often turn to gaming are pedos. It is an unconscious strategy to avoid competing with chat.
Brain. Wow. Like this previous one. Let's go back. Yeah, this one is like, what is that? A troll account, bot account, or like just dumb person? Like this person is like, I'm sorry that you have lived your life to the point that you've came to this conclusion.
You are not very smart. A lot of loser males who often turn to gaming are pedos. It is an unconscious strategy to avoid competing with chat, as well as complementing their own pure attorneyness. Stall development. What? Y'all are full of
I agree with you, Severin. Fatherless behavior.
shit talking about dad instincts.
Yeah, I think that's also a major problem with let's switch over. That's a major problem with this society is the lack of fathers. Like you have the rate of single mother homes has been going up constantly in Western society. It's just constantly going up because women have more incentive to not have a father in the home. Like they get child support, alimony. They have less respect towards men. There's also like the no fault divorce. There's just like a laundry list of reasons as to it's not just one thing. It's like a multitude of reasons which is leading to men not being in the family. The nuclear family is gone. And due to the fact that so many people are being raised without a father, this is as you said, fatherless behavior. Like when you don't see a strong father on a regular basis, and you see a bitter mother who resents the father, then of course you're going to have people raised, like not just girls, but also boys raised to the point where they don't respect the father's role and they don't respect masculinity. Too much misandry.
Whatever. We know why the you want to play the game. You want to crack the little blonde bimbo slut. What? This character design creeps me out. Why does she look like a doll? Why is this blonde child with a blowout running around barefoot? I've not yet played the game. Is this expanded on in the plot? Or is this just eye candy for creeps?
I feel like I'm going insane. She just looks like a cute kid to me. Like, that is just literally a cute little kid. I do not see the sexualization, and I am a huge pervert, mind you. I do not see what the these people are talking about. Are there creepy people on the internet who are sexualizing Diana? Yes, absolutely yes. It is a small minority, but it is still disgusting. In fact, a subreddit had to be shut down because people were making not safe for work art of this child, which honestly is not shocking. It's Reddit. That's not the game's fault.
I forgot. There we go. Let's transition back. My bad.
The game has nothing creepy in it. These creepy people will always exist, unfortunately. I have made several videos about these people existing. People getting mad here are not getting mad at the people sexualizing Diana. That would be completely understandable. It would make sense if they were going to the accounts that were doing that and calling them creeps. But no, they're for some reason just getting mad at people liking and enjoying the game. They're just spurting out and randomly calling everyone and anyone incels. Why did they make her look like a star, though? Why is the child sexy? Are you okay? These Twitter freaks see a child, immediately sexualize them, and think everyone else is as creepy as they are. Like, no.
Like, what? Is it because of her hair? Or is it like... It's like one of three things. I'm sorry. I'm doing this face because it's hard for me to, like... I'm sorry, but, like, it's like... Is it because of her hair? Is it because of her face? Or is it because of her feet? Because, like, she's wearing this big blue coat. This big blue puffy coat. So, like, when I think of... I'm gonna just call, because I don't want to repeat the word too many times, but when like adult entertainment actress, then like usually it's like the plastic surgery, like the chest enhancements and stuff like that. But how they come to that conclusion? That's mind blowing. Jägermeister, thanks for joining the stream. There's also a player problem: men who have kids and never around. I agree. Yes. That's kind of. I mean, I don't want to like say negative things about my father, but one thing that's like my upbringing, I feel like I lacked that's not a good spot to stop her. let me transition back. Yeah, I'll just have to remember to transition back. But yeah, my upbringing, my father was a workaholic. And so because he was always at work, also he had when he was around, excuse me, he had really bad allergies. So he never liked to take us outdoors and play ball or do stuff like that. He wasn't athletic. He was like very nerdy, very like always was home reading or watching the news. Um, the point isn't to like bash my father. Like I respect him, and um, I'm not trying to like say negative things, but the point I'm trying to get to is that because he wasn't actively like having fun with me and spending time with me, is it was like a lack of fatherhood. So I agree with you, Jägermeister. That's like just not men not being around, whether it's because they are like working all the time, whether they are playing games all the time, whether they are in jail, like whatever the reason, like there's like a multitude of reasons. But like fatherless isn't just like the father left. Fatherless can mean many things, and even like just mentally absent, like the father is not stepping up to be the leader and is timid. That can also be a thing. But let's get back. Let me transition. There we go.
Oh, bitch, that's you and Reddit. You and Reddit. There is nothing in this video game that caters to the freaks except for the fact that Diana is a child. Compare that to like Cuties, where there were up closes of real children twerking. That is media. That is catering to those people. An article recently came out from the outlet The Gamer that in the beginning talks about what happened on the Reddit and how disgusting some people are being towards the character Diana. Okay, fair enough, I agree. But then towards the end, the author throws in something very telling.
I have not yet played Pragmata, and that's because I'm a little tapped out on stories where men adopt daughter-like figures and prove their masculinity by protecting them.
That is their real problem. Men protecting people. That's just them proving their masculinity. And as we all know, masculinity bad.
Blatantly not fuel, whether you agree with it or not. The average attraction trope.
This reminds me of the whole like man versus bear thing, and like all these women online saying they would prefer to get lost in the forest with a bear than with a man.
On a little girl, blonde, blue eyes. I mean, the whole game is low-key Nazi propaganda, to be fair. I think the men who play this are probably creepy, but how is it Nazi propaganda? Blonde, blue-eyed toddler and tiaras looking white girl you have to save is literally Nazi propaganda straight out of the 1930s, dude. Sorry, I don't see it. Ugh, I really don't have the energy to deal with this. Just use your brain.
Sorry, I don't have the energy to explain my schizophrenic paranoid delusion. Good. I don't have the energy to listen to it. Listen, I know we're all used to seeing gay, black, Hispanic, disabled furries in media lately, but I promise you, white people still exist. It's not Nazi propaganda.
I feel like this girl character is an objectification of the idealized child. She's pulled right from the patriarchal white supremacist imagination, the perfect pure white girl child that must be protected so she can produce the next white generation.
Like it's not that deep. I mean, first of all, it's developed by Japanese people, and like when you have the design, she stands out compared to the rest of the environment. It's like a blonde character stands out against like people who have like dark hair. Like that's why a lot of animes will have like the main character with blonde hair and everyone else has black hair, mainly because it's like they just stand out more. And blue eyes isn't. That's another thing that stands out, because when you look at eye color, like you basically have like normal eye color. You have brown, blue, hazel, green. Green's very rare. If you use different colors like red just looks evil. Yellow looks like some magic or psycho or something like that. So you want to stick with like regular colors that are more natural to humans. And blue just pops more than brown. Brown is like the most common. I have brown eyes. In fact, she has brown eyes too. Brown is the most common, but it doesn't pop like blue. You don't have to. Connecting it with propaganda is just goofiness. Yeah, face palm, exactly. Again, I guess I got to do the call outs, not call outs, but call to action. Leave a like if you want to support the channel. What's it called? Super chats always welcome, but you don't need to do super chats. Definitely would appreciate if you leave a like and also just be part of the chat. And I'll respond to you in the chat. Let's get back to the video.
Anyway,
Funny how y'all have paternal instincts for a child with a model woman's face plastered on it. Make her look like an actual kid with missing teeth, short hair, bare face, snot, and see if those instincts kick in the same. This game
I'm looking at these two pictures, and like first of all, this is just stylized. This is like an anime style. But even if they went with this, 100%, the people who are saying, you know, this is P word behavior, they would not like. They would go even more so. They would go even more so if it was this face. 100%. Let's see. Guts from Berserk's eyes are brown, but he works really. But he works. Yeah. You're right. You're right. He has one eye though. He has one eye, but I have to think about what his color scheme is because I'm used to seeing him in black and white because I was reading the manga for so long. Then I was like, this is satanic. I should stop reading this.
is openly catering to pedos. The gaslighting is over.
wait, I'm trying to follow the logic here. Let me just give myself some brain damage. So we make her look more like a child in order to not cater to pedophiles? Am I following that correctly?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Also, the face on the left is like a child 6 to 7 years old, and the one on the right is like a 3-year-old. Diana's a robot kid. She's not a robot toddler. Also, again, she looks like a kid. Am I going insane? Like, that looks just like a little kid. Do they just want her to look ugly? Is that what this is? They want her to be ugly? Like, I need more brain damage. Hold on.
We have incel gamers LARPing saying, ooh, I want to be a dad now, because they're manipulative, creepy freaks, and like the ooh little girl with the model face, especially the lolicons, obviously. The devs know the male gamers hate a realistic or ugly child, because that's not what they're playing for. If they made her look like a realistic, ugly child, none of them would be saying this.
First of all, why are they acting like it's realistic to—
Why are kids ugly? Why are kids ugly? This why do you hate kids? Ugly kids. Like why my kids are good looking. Why are kids ugly? Both my boys are handsome and my girl's beautiful. Had 2, but now it's 1. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he did have 2, but yeah,
portray children as ugly and disgusting. Children are not ugly and disgusting. Like, they're cute and adorable. That's what they're known for. Like, yes, she's made to look cute. Yes. That's how you know this game was not made by Western video game developers. That's how you know there was no Liliths on the dev team here.
You guys would lose your shit while playing Bioshock. Actually, Bioshock is a really good example of this design working right. The little sisters are all gross and have gray-green skin.
No, you don't understand. Everything around me must be ugly as f, or I will furiously start masturbating. This all sounds like 2014 discourse, because it is 2014 discourse.
like what kind of this comment back here? What? They did it right because they made him look gross and ugly. Are you serious?
Please don't let there be Gamergate 2.0. Who's going to be the Shoe0nHead 2.0 to emerge from the Gamergate 2.0? If she's listening now, just, this might sound very vague, but don't. That thing? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hugh, thanks for talking to me all the time. Ta-da!
Is this supposed to be when we first boarded the tram?
Uh-huh. I drew it. It's for you.
Look at that. You wrote your name, too. Not half bad, kiddo.
This robot girl makes me uncomfortable, and the fact that I haven't seen female gamers
There's my son's lion. I like he gave him anime eyes. Big anime eyes and a little anime smile. My son doesn't even know anime. This is what my younger son. They like lions. That's I just want to share, but also it's like this is a real thing where when kids respect the parents, they're going to create stuff. Like I'm not just draw, but like just do creative things, and then like the parents they'll treasure it. They'll be like, oh, this is amazing, you did this for me, thank you. Let's get this back up here.
gamers fawn over her is interesting. I've seen more clips of her and that man, and that is not how kids behave. Something weird is going on here.
The something weird going on here is you, ma'am. You are the something weird. Men like the father simulator game where you have to protect a small child and shoot up a bunch of robots in space. Suspicious.
Also, I've seen plenty of female gamers fawn over this character.
Me.
Yeah, okay, everything's
Everything's all about you.
Who would win? Decades of anti-natalist propaganda? One little bean. There were even women cosplaying as her. And when women even expressed how cute they thought Diana was, they're also met with this.
Oh my god, Diana is so precious and adorable. I'm gonna love this game. Thanks for telling everyone why you want to play the game before you make up some other excuse to hide your pedophilia.
What?
Water guns are the best. I like it just as much as crayons. I like how the sand feels on my toes. I press down and sink in. Children don't act like this. This is how someone who fetishizes fatherhood wants children to behave. To normal people, it's actually deeply off-putting.
The best part was all the actual parents, like, replying to these people like, yeah, no, that is literally how my 5-year-old acts. It's like, yeah, no, that's pretty accurate. Fetishizing you mean the human desire to procreate and start a family? Oh, you want to meet a woman and settle down and have a family? Maybe have a house, 2 dogs? You sick fuck.
We've reached radio.
So I just want to share this real quick. So my one of my good buddies from high school, he got married really quick after high school. And the girl he married, I mean, she was crazy, like legit. I mean, they got divorced, like she cheated on him and divorced. But anyways, that's another story. But the point being, like, she was terrified of kids. Like, I don't know if she like wanted herself to be terrified because she was like a goth girl type thing, and like she wanted to have mental illness or something like that. But like it was to the point where if she saw kids like at the grocery store, she would go far away to avoid walking near the kids. And it's like you are training yourself to be mentally ill by doing this. And you know, my friend, he always wanted to have kids. Like he eventually had a kid, like shortly after I had my first kid. You know, the point being, like, his first wife that he had, like, she was just nuts and she was afraid of kids. And this is like the type of illness, mental illness, that's spreading to more people within the society. Like at that time, so this was back, what was this? This was like the early 2000s. So like, no, actually late 2000s. So it was after 2004, between 2004 2010, something like that. But you know, at the time I was like, this is just really odd behavior. But now, when I see people like this, it's like the same thing. People who are just mentally ill, who are afraid of kids, who demonize it, because kids have been demonized. Like the idea of having kids has been demonized to the point that, you know, like young women are fighting their nature. It's in their nature to, but they're fighting their nature to avoid having kids because they're being told that having a family is bad, having kids is bad, having kids is the ultimate, like, ball and chain, like you can't do anything. And because they have to keep repeating these things to tell them, no, I can't have kids. This is bad. They are fighting their nature by constantly repeating these crazy propaganda to train themselves. They have to constantly train themselves to say that having kids is bad. And so they have to constantly demonize kids and, like, you know, just have this mental illness behavior. Man, I am dying from all this brain damage. Yeah, let me transition back.
Active levels of incel propaganda.
What the f does incel mean anymore? I feel like I ask this in every single video. This tweet got thousands of likes. I feel like I am going to say, where does the incel part come from?
Like, they want men to be open about their emotions, and then men are open about their
Okay, is something wrong? 1 second. Is my stream dead? Hey, can someone let me know in the chat if the stream has died? Okay, it looks like it says it's normal now. All right. Let me get back to the video because it said there was like an issue with the stream. I was getting a warning on OBS. So let me get back to this. Transition back. Let's start it back all over.
Emotions, and then they're just called Nazis or incels or both. Usually both. It's usually a package deal. And this tweet came from a man. To make things worse, a grown-ass man saw another grown-ass man speaking about the normal human desire to want a family and want children one day and called him an incel. Cockroach behavior.
In any case, what is this? Capcom's Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making thousands of people suddenly want to start a family. You plays Hugh, a soldier, stranded on a ruined lunar research station. His job is protecting the child like android Diana while fighting rogue AI. In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start,
Why does he have a picture of his dead dog on the corner of his screen? Is that to prove that his dog's not being shocked?
they didn't want kids, end up bringing down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that you actually enjoy, right? If you're a lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why do you care? Like why do you care about having children?
Because this is human nature. It is human nature to be social. It is human nature to build a family and surround yourself with people who you love. It is human nature for a man to need a purpose in his life, even if he is a man who is undesirable to women, even if he is a man who is socially awkward, even if he is a man who has accepted that he has a hard time building a relationship with a woman and has given up. It is still in his nature to want to have a relationship and build a legacy and build a family and fulfill his purpose of being a protector and a provider. Why do you care? Why do you care? Just accept your subpar lifestyle.
Or like riding for having children, like it's just not something that you're going to experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right? This is something that I never understand.
Wow, maybe there's a reason people are yearning to start a family and can't afford to have one and can't seem to find a partner. They feel alienated from their work and atomized from their community. If only there was a political commentator around to speak about all this. Oh well, guess not. First of all, the only care about something if it affects you is extremely libertarian coded and also very weird coming from a guy who understandably wants everybody to care about a genocide that is happening across the ocean. Second of all, what is this nihilistic horseshit? You never aspire for anything, never aim for greatness and meeting. This is the dude the media wants us to believe is going to save young men from the alt-right pipeline. Yeah, okay. And I love how he's like, unfuckable losers. Like, okay, congrats on the sex, bro. Check out this sex haver over here. I'm sure all those unfuckable losers could easily go to foreign brothels and pay for sex like you, Hasan. Something weird about a man who could easily consensually get sex from a woman but chooses to go to a brothel. I don't know. Just saying. Also, 35? No kids? Like, I'm sorry, that just pisses me off. Like, sitting in his ugly-ass $600 Gucci sweater. I swear I've never seen this guy in a f***ing normal-ass t-shirt. Sitting on his high horse, looking down at people for wanting something more out of life. I don't understand how someone could be so mentally mind-raped that this is their...
I mean, it's like if somebody is, 600 pounds, morbidly obese, and then they're trying to, like, cut their calorie intake and attempt to go on walks to try to reverse the mistake that they've done. Oh, why do you care? You're never gonna have a six-pack of abs. Why do you care? Okay, all right, good job. Like, what kind of what kind of like motivation are you to the world? Like, when it comes to the world, there is no such thing as stagnation. You're moving one way or the other. You're either improving or degrading. You're either being influenced or influencing others. Like, there's no such thing as stagnation. Nothing stays still. Like, it's moving one way or the other. And like, if you're influencing others, you want to influence them for the better, not influence them to be worse. That's disgusting. Go back. How much more I got? I got about 10 minutes left.
reaction to such like a simple, wholesome concept. Like literally no joke, the entire meaning of life is somehow confusing to Hasan Piker, anti-natalist. If I saw a child that looked like that, I'd probably attack it. I felt like hitting her. The right-wing nutjobs seeing this and feeling paternal instincts are just predators. The only instinct I feel as a man right now is self-defense. I want to kill it.
Pragmata as a psyop to counter decades of anti-nationalist propaganda. Hold on. Sorry about that. I drank some coffee and it went down the wrong hole. Apologize for that.
Yes, the ones saying they want to protect a kid are the predators, not the ones saying they want to kill it. The only thing I felt while watching this is pure bloodlust for that annoying creature. I hate children so much. Before you come at me, yes, I'm a 35-year-old crazy cat lady and proud of it. Stay mad. First of all, every time you see a little smiley face like that, that's how you know that person is madder than they've ever been in their entire life. Listen, obviously if you simply don't want kids,
that's true. That's true. Like whenever someone has to prove to you how happy they are, they're miserable. They're trying to prove to themselves, they're trying to lie to themselves that they are happy. Anytime someone like, you know, these influencers, like most of them are women, but I mean there's some men like, you know, the alpha male group, but anytime that they have to like prove that they are happy, they're miserable.
fine, like whatever, not everyone wants kids, not everyone wants to be a parent. But the societal attitude, the difference between men and women here, how they handle this situation is so like fascinating to me.
I'm probably never having kids. I'm probably gonna play video games for the rest of my life. I'm probably gonna be as hot for as long as I can. And I'm probably gonna keep making money. That's probably what's gonna happen.
As long, what does that even mean? I'm probably gonna be hot for as long as I can? What does that even mean? Like, is that 2 months? Is that 20 years? Like, what does that even mean? I'm going to be hot for as long as I can. That doesn't even make any sense. For as long as I can? I mean, like, if you're 35, like, that's not gonna be very much longer. I mean, there's some, you know, there's someone can still look attractive at 40, but like when you're 40, like you don't look like what your maximum potential is not the same as when you're 20.
For the next 40 years until people are just gonna keep being mad at me about it. Menopause is gonna hit me like a brick wall, but at least I will be in the bag until then. You don't want kids? I'll do it whenever I want. I don't think I'm running out of time.
Absolutely.
I'm not running out of time. I'll do it whenever I want. You already ran out of time. She's 35. She's not in any hurry to get married and start a family. She already ran out of time. She's done. She's never gonna have kids. She's gonna die alone.
Delusion. I feel like a lot of men in this situation are like, damn, I wish I had a family. That sucks. Women overcompensate and they pretend to be proud of it, and it just comes off as really kind of sad. And I guess it's like, as a woman for a long time, it's like, oh, you're too young to have kids. Don't have kids. It will ruin your life and your body and your career. Don't have children. And then all of a sudden you hit a certain age and it's like, your eggs, ma'am. I get it. It's frustrating. I get it. I hid my pregnancy from the internet. Nobody knew I was pregnant. Well, some of you guessed, because I was fat as f. But anyway, I hid it from the internet, and while I was like 5 months pregnant.
Wow.
Children. And then all of a sudden you hit a certain age and it's like, your eggs, ma'am. I get it. It's frustrating. I get it. I hid my pregnancy from the internet. Nobody knew I was pregnant. Well, some of you.
Which one's the button to go forward? No, that's not the button to go forward. Is that the button to go forward? Nope. Is that the button to go forward? Nope. Whoops. Uh-oh. What's going on? All right,
your eggs are dry.
Let's get back to this video. Where was it? It was
weird. Men like the father
here.
To had family. That sucks. Women overcompensate. One income, like how it used to be. Those days are okay, and student debt. Honestly, it's really kind of sad. And I guess it's like, as a woman for a long time, it's like, oh, you're too young to have kids. Don't have kids. It will ruin your life and your body. Your eggs, ma'am. I get it. It's frustrating. I get it. I hid my pregnancy from the internet. Nobody knew I was pregnant. Well, some of you guessed, because I was fat as f. But anyway.
That's interesting. Oh, no one knew I was I was pregnant. Okay.
I hid it from the internet, and while I was like 5 months pregnant, I was getting tweets from like Reuters and like, TikTok, your eggs are drying out. This like, fuck you haters, I got my cats. Enough. Stop spreading that attitude. Stop being a crab in a bucket. Like, even if you don't have children, that's fine. You can find other meaning in your life, obviously, but don't encourage.
I don't agree. It is not going to be the same. I think every person who is able to should strive to become a parent. And that is, I mean, of course, not everybody is going to be able to be a parent, like physically, biologically, like whether they were born or had some, for some medical reason they're unable to. And that's an unfortunate situation. The alternative to that is to either adopt, or you can go into some sort of like a mentorship, like mentoring kids. I think everybody needs to try to strive for that, where you're mentoring the youth in one way or another. But I mean, yeah. Anyways, I think that's like the ultimate goal. If you don't shoot for that, then what of your meaning in life is not going to be the same. It's not going to be as important to you.
That type of mindset, the amount of antinatalist propaganda young men and young women see nowadays is like insane. But the biggest antinatalist propaganda has to be like $3,000 rent, $2,000 daycare, and student debt, honestly. Like, if we're being honest. It's just sad because like through all of history, like imagine your ancestors, they've been through like war and famine, and you're just gonna end your bloodline because the rent is too high. But it's understandable. They don't feel like they can support a child. They can barely support themselves, especially on one income, like how it used to be. Those days are gone. If I was president and I wanted to make America great again, that would be the thing I focus on the most. But no, we have to do another bullshit war in the Middle East. Okay, whatever, we're not going into that, not in this video.
Lots of strange reactions to this game. Let's clear some things up. Childless men do not have paternal instincts the way childless women have maternal instincts. Men first experience paternal instincts once they have their own children, and typically, those paternal instincts are only ever felt for their own children and no one else's. Men are not nurturers. Men don't gush over cute kids in public. Men don't have baby fever. If a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than it being a product of his own lineage, he's likely a predator.
What? Okay, first of all, even from like anecdotal.
Oh, I didn't even switch back. My bad. Sorry, guys. I should have switched back, but that hurt my brain. You got to show the vid, man. Yeah, my bad. Wow. Okay, let's get back to this.
Common sense. This is just not true. This is obviously bullshit. Research literally shows that childless men experience like the desire for fatherhood almost just as much as childless women experience the desire for motherhood. Apparently young men want children more than young women do nowadays.
One thing I want to mention real quick is, I'm not going to switch cameras, but anyways, one thing I want to mention real quick is that a lot of people use money as the excuse to not have kids. I was having a discussion with a coworker of mine like last week, and he was talking about how he only wants one kid, and I was like, no, don't. Like you gotta have at least two. And he was like saying that it was it's easier to have one kid. I'm like, no, it is not easier to have one kid. You have to spend more time with that one kid if you only have one kid. If you have two kids, you can have them spend time together. And also it's like, you're raising a narcissist if you only have one kid. Anyways, the point being, like, he eventually came down to saying, like, he saw a study showing that one kid costs $100,000 within the course of 20 years, United States, and it's like, first of all, like the cost of the kids is not really that high until they become teenagers, when they start consuming more food and you need to spend more money on them. That's when the cost starts going up, when they're teenagers. And secondly, a second thing is that you have tax incentives in the United States when you have kids, so you get more back in your taxes. But the third thing is that there are studies that show that when you have men in the work field, when you compare a man with the same level of skills, experience, and educational background, you compare like the single man versus the married man with kids. The married man with kids makes more money. These are the statistics show that they make more money. And there's like a multitude of reasons as to why. Whether it's because they have more drive, they're more willing to push themselves and work harder. They make more money when they have kids. Let's get back to the chat. Again, if anyone wants to do a super chat, go ahead and leave a super chat. But I will read the chat, and also please leave a like if you haven't liked the video already. Money issue is always a terrible excuse. I keep hearing a lot from all around the world. Kids are expensive, they say. Yeah. it's I think it's a bad excuse. Get back to the
Men,
video.
including childless men, exhibit caregiving, protective responses to infants, even if they're not their own. All through history, men have protected, mentored, even died for kids that weren't their own. Also, with this logic, like uncles, stepdads, adoptive fathers, like anyone like that is a predator. Like men just have the protector gene, and this game just activates it. It's really not deeper than that. Yes, it's true men don't have maternal instincts, but men do have paternal instincts. There's a reason this game is about protecting her from evil robots in space, and not like, breastfeeding her. Yes, women and men are different. And like a huge factor in this very popular trope is that the man gradually develops paternal instincts over the child despite his stoic, emotionally distant, masculine nature. These gamers are experiencing that through the main character. If Capcom's goal with Pragmata was to make everyone who plays this game want to be a parent, then they've done an amazing job. I always sit back when Diana starts playing and think to myself, so this is what it's like to have a daughter? She's so cute. And for the record, yes, that is what having kids is like. It's also not so fun stuff and lots of responsibility, but the good parts completely outweigh.
Just real quick. I mean, it doesn't really have much to do with. Well, I mean, it kind of tied with what the video is going on about right now. But having a daughter. I mean, I have 2 boys and a daughter, and like as a father, my love for my daughter is very different from the love I have for my sons. I'm not saying I love any of them more than the other. I try to be as fair as I can. I mean, I'm only human, so I'm gonna make mistakes. But like, my love for my daughter is just so different. It's just like it's a different feeling I get from my little girl than I get from my boys. Just want to say that. Nothing like it.
The bad and make it all worth it. There were hundreds of tweets from people, mostly childless people, mind you, being like, that's not what having a child is like, actually, you stupid gamer. It's actually terrible and awful. Men like this view having a daughter like having a pet dog. When she grows up and isn't a cute little girl anymore, they'll begin to resent her. Men really do want kids the way kids want a puppy.
No. It's like this. Wow. Like tell me you never had a kid without telling me you never had a kid. Tell me you're not a parent without telling me that you're not a parent. Like my oldest is about to turn 6 soon. I would not. Yeah, he says some cute stuff every now and then, but I generally, on a day-to-day basis, I would not consider him cute at all. But I still love him. Like this is brain dead. Like conclusions.
All the fun, but none of the responsibilities. I don't like the way you guys talk about children. Like, they aren't toys. People will lose their minds when they realize that kids aren't like a dog or cat. They're a goddamn nightmare. Watching a child play with a toy and actually raising a child are 2 completely separate things. Kids are adorable when they're calm and playful, but little demons when they're screaming, snotting, and destroying your shit and keeping you up at night. Men really think having children is easy and fun. It's not so fun when they're pissing and shit and crying nonstop.
Like this, the previous one, like you could tell is by somebody who never had a kid. Like keeping you up at night. Like destroying your stuff, keeping you up at night. Yeah, my kids destroy stuff. My daughter, she dances on my face at night. Like she sleeps horizontally on the bed, her head at my wife, and her feet, like if her foot makes contact with my face, your face is in my way, and then she just starts like stomping on my face. So yeah, I have had nights where like, I'm waking up and like having a hard time sleeping because she's stomping on my face, but I still love her. I don't like get mad at her. Like, what is wrong with these people?
When they're screaming, snotting, and destroying your shit and keeping you up at night. Men really think having children is easy and fun. It's not so fun when they're pissing and shit and crying nonstop. Do you have kids? No, and I got my tube side 3 years ago, but thanks for asking. Wow, Diana's so cute. Maybe I want kids one day. Did you know they poop and pee and cry? Why this compulsive need to counter-signal this? Watching a fictional kid play with toys for a few seconds and thinking that's what it's like raising an actual human being is probably a sign you have zero idea what it really looks like being a parent, and you should not base your decision off a video game character. Wait, this community note. OP is an e-girl with an OnlyFans account. You stupid gamers don't get it. Doom scrolling TikTok and having multiple failed situationships is true happiness. Children are a burden. So nobody is saying parenting is easy. Nobody said that. All the parts parents say are the best parts. All the parts...
Yeah, like the whole point of having a purpose in life is that you feel fulfilled that you're working hard to do it. Like I used to have I think the first time I really started feeling or the first time I started noticing that I was feeling accomplished for my work was when I was a car detailer in my early 20s. I was working at a car dealership, and I would detail cars, just cleaning out the insides and just making them more presentable. And the hardest cars to clean were the used cars, people that would trade in their cars and it would look disgusting. And those would take hours to clean. But once I clean it up, I just really I noticed that like so I stood back and I looked at how clean the car is. And it's like, okay, now I understand. I understand that I worked really hard to make the car look fantastic. And it's not because I didn't feel pride in my work because it looked good. I felt pride in my work because I know I worked hard and I transformed it from a disgusting vehicle to a clean vehicle. So like you don't get pride in your work if it's easy.
Parents say are worth it. That is what people are seeing and yearning for. They have this like insane compulsion to attack anything that's like remotely pro-family, I guess because it culturally clocks as conservative. So you have to just shun it and mock it, or else you're doing a fascist propaganda or something. This whole thing has just been a litmus test.
I think it's more that they're constantly trying to like fight their nature. They have to constantly like I was saying earlier, they have to constantly reinforce these propaganda points that are going against what is inside their heart.
For humanity. On one side, people who long for love and meaning and human connection desire deeper things and they're in touch with their humanity. And on the other side, miserable, insane freaks who want to destroy everything pure and wholesome. And then on the sidelines, normal people who just think this is a fun game. Yeah, that's probably most people. I think we're a little too online sometimes. So we have established that the broveries have been activated by this game, but is the male biological clock real? Unlike women who are born with a specific number of eggs, men create sperm all their life. Right now as we speak, your balls are creating sperm. Men can technically get someone pregnant all their life. And by someone, I mean a woman, not a femboy. You can't get a femboy pregnant. Stop trying. Sperm quality tends to decline over time. Lower sperm count and more DNA damage to the sperm occurs. These changes usually start after 35 to 40 years old. So as men age, the risk of passing on genetic mutations increases. Similar to maternal age, higher paternal age has been associated with autism, schizophrenia, so basically being a Shoe0nHead fan, and other rare genetic disorders, as well as the chance of miscarriage rates being higher. So when red pill manosphere people tell you like, oh, you have all the time in the world to have children, bro, focus on yourself, queen, get that bag, like technically they're correct. Physically, you do have all the time in the world, but that doesn't mean you should wait. Having kids is more than the ability to reproduce. You want energy to chase a top.
Yeah, I mean, before she transitions to the next segment, I mean, to add on to this real quick is that when a man's testosterone goes down, then a path that a lot of men go into to try to counter this is TRT. Now, just a quick disclaimer: I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. So, like, whatever you want to do, consult to a medical professional. But TRT is definitely something that a lot of men, like especially like after their 30s and they have low testosterone, they'll go into TRT, which is they have to take it, maybe weekly, maybe a couple times a week, but usually it's like weekly. They have to take it to give themselves a synthetic testosterone boost, and when their body notices this synthetic testosterone boost, then the body is saying, hey, I already have testosterone, I don't need to make testosterone. So the balls start to slowly shrink over time because they're no longer producing testosterone naturally. And so once a man is on TRT to try to stay healthy, stay active, stay energetic, then the possibility of having kids goes down. It doesn't become zero, but it definitely goes down. So this is definitely another thing that factors when a man starts taking TRT. But yeah, her point that she's getting into now with like the energy levels, that is also another thing I tell guys that say that they want to wait, and it's like, okay, things are hard for you now. You're in your 20s, and you're tired. Imagine how much more tired you're gonna be in your 30s or like closer to your 40s. Like energy is also something you need. And like aside from that, aside from energy, like do you want to be old? Like I mean, do you want to be like really old when your kids become adults? Like when my kids are when my oldest becomes 20, how old am I gonna be? Another I'm gonna be like 55. I'll be around 55. So yeah, when my first kids 20, I'll be around 55 years old. So I mean, hopefully I don't get that much out of shape. I would like to do stuff with my son, like do some boxing, play sports with my son, stuff like that. Um, I'd love to do stuff with an adult version of my son. But if I am 65 when my son's 20, the amount of stuff I could do with him is far lower. Plus I want to be around when he gets married and has kids, etc. Like this is something you want to like when you build a legacy. Like, do you want to build it so late in your life that you're not going to be able to see your kids' legacy? That's another thing. You have people like Theo Vaughn. I don't know much about Theo Vaughn other than he has a mullet and he's a comedian and has a popular podcast. But I do know that like one of the stories he shares is that his dad had him when he was 70. And what? Where am I? Where'd I go? Let's 1 second. Get myself back on the camera. Yeah, so I mean the point being is like Theo Vaughn didn't have a father for too long because of the fact that his dad was 70 when he was born. All right, there we go. All right, I'm back in over there. Anyway, let's conclude this video. There's not too much longer on this. Let's wrap it up. How far? Okay, I'm like almost hitting the 90-minute
Color around. You want your kids to have
Oh, where'd my there it is. That's back. It's playing games with me. Anyways, let's get back to
their
this.
father in their life for a long time. You want to see your kid graduate and maybe have children of their own. You want to give your parents grandchildren.
Yeah, that's I basically said the same thing.
You don't want to be a super old dad or mom. But if that's how it happens, and that's great. Life is not a Hallmark movie, but it should not be the ideal for men and women. Like, if you are in a stable relationship, get married and have kids as soon as possible. Honestly, it's the stable relationship part I think people are having the most trouble with. It's easy to be like, find a wife and get married and have kids, bro. And it's like, find a wife? From where? The wife store? Listen, I believe you will have that one day, Anon. I believe you will have that wife and daughter or son. You will have a little Diana of your own one day. You will hang those drawings on your fridge. Don't blackpill, don't doom. We're all gonna make it. Same to you ladies watching. If I can make it, you can make it. So what did you guys think of this? Have you played Pragmata? Did you like it? Did it make you feel those father?
Okay, all right. She's wrapping up at this point. Yeah, good video. I usually like her stuff. Let me give that video a like. I agree with her points. I don't think there was any point I disagreed with. I don't think there was anything I disagree with her on that. But I think it's really important to encourage. Best I can do is encourage men. Because I'm a guy. I think I have greater influence on men than I do have on women. If women see my videos or whatever, I at the very least I can try to be like at least demonstrate that men can live up to their role and embrace masculinity and not go into one of the two extremes, which are the extreme like alpha male, like Andrew Tate extreme, and then you have like the other extreme of like like Destiny. You have like I think those are the two extremes, like just like be one that women can see and be like, okay, yeah, that's what a man can be like, but the greater influence I'll have is going to be on men always. So I want to try to encourage men, like don't give up. Don't listen to people like Hasan, in which he says like, why even Why even try? Like that's terrible. Always try. Always try to be better. Be better than what you were yesterday. Like if you did something slightly better yesterday, do it slightly better today. Always strive to be better, even if it's slightly, even if it's like 1 degree. Always try to be better. And there's nothing wrong with having the goal to be the leader of your family, to have a family, to find a wife, to build your family. Like this is in our nature. Anyways, what you guys think in the chat? I almost agree 100%. Hello. Yeah, and again, you know, those of you in the chat, you know, if you want to leave a super chat, go ahead. If you haven't liked the video already, please leave a like. Let me look at the calendar. I think next week I barely work with my what's it called job, my warehouse job. I don't think. Let me look at my schedule real quick. So let's see. May is, yeah, I should be able to do it next Tuesday, as long as I don't have like any job interviews or anything going on. You know, like I said, I'm probably gonna have to start doing deliveries or some sort. I did see there's something about platforms that pay people to train AI, so maybe I might do that rather than you know, like food delivery, because the pay is similar, but I don't have to stay in a car, which adds wear and also you know, burns gas. So if it's similar pay, then it's actually paying more. Plus, I don't have to, you know, stay in the car. Like to me, if I sit down in a car a long time, that hurts my back. You know, I have a standing desk. I could stand up. I can get off my chair whenever I want. So I'll look into other types of platforms that, you know. But the point being, I'm going on a tangent. Next week, Tuesday, I should be doing it. Same time, 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time, and I'm going to go to the gym today. But other than that, I'm going to work on getting my video done for tomorrow. So hopefully, I have a new video tomorrow. I still need to finish editing it. I still need to make a thumbnail for it. So new video tomorrow on crunch culture. So hopefully that goes well. And yeah, thanks to everybody who joined. I appreciate all you guys who joined, all you in the chat, Jägermeister, Sarvanan, Mr. 10 Years, AG. Did I miss anybody else? If I missed you, I apologize. But you know, always it's always a blessing to have people show up in the chat. It makes it easier to do these live streams. And yeah, anyways, I'm gonna wrap things up. Thank you for joining. I'll see you guys again soon. And hopefully you guys have a good one. Take care. Salam.